Guten Tag mein Freund, and welcome back to Tomahawk. Today we are gonna review the heaviest son of a German. It is the mouse. Let's go. The mouse is a tier 10 German heavy tank that is even heavier than your mother-in-law. It is in fact so large, boxy and square, that the Soviets captured it and tried to use it as social housing. You can still see its influence today, all among the East Bloc countries, where people live in apartment blocks built by the Communistic Party. The mouse is for players that do not take themselves too seriously and like to rage against the machine. You must be semi-sadomasochistic, since you will be spammed with so much gold that you could start a jewelry store in Antwerp. To let the joke be on your opponents, you will take so many special rounds with you that even your opponent will think you are special. In the end, you can fire more shots at your opponents than your government can fire booster shots at you during the 50th corona wave in a few years. You will have to crawl into position, something that is already hard enough in these 4-minute 15-0 games that World of Tanks offers you these days. Could Ferdinand Porsche not design anything faster? I'm still waiting on my mouse GT3 RS. You will have to hope for a map where you can hide your lower plate, or where the matchmaking is so good that you can just roll over your opponents. However, in this world you will likely run into a object 279 or a chieftain. Before you know it, it sucks to suck. However, you are the one that lined this thing up in the matchmaker. It is my job to tell you how to use this to its full potential. The success of the mouse is built on a fear factor. Once you put yourself into a position where nobody can penetrate you, but you are able to dish out damage yourself, the enemy will get frustrated and scared. The key of doing damage reliably is APCR. Trust me, Wargaming has one. Join the dark side and spam premium ammo at your enemies. It is all they will fire at you as well. In the true Christmas spirit, return the favor. Giving is a bigger gift than receiving. Your tactic is to bait shots, so once they have fired, you pull out your long schlong and spray away. There are two ways to do this. Pull out slowly, but not fully, so you give them the idea you are coming, but you are not. The other one is to just pull out fully, but turn away your turret about 30 degrees. This requires balls of steel, since you are very confident in your armor. Once you bounce, just turn your turret and go boom. This way you can bounce almost anything, but still have the quick reaction time of returning fire. You never show your flat sides. Always try to maintain a diamond shape. Only this way your armor can work more effectively than the YouTube dislike button. Should you come through the miraculous event that you have broken through a flank without losing at least 2/3 of your health and having received so much heat that you start to believe in global warming, you can start to advance. Once you find yourself in the situation where you can fight opponents 1 versus 1, you stand a very good chance of coming out on top. However, the mouse is like a large mammal on the prairie steppes. Once you are caught out in the open, a wolf pack will farm you from all sides, making it so interesting that your demise will be in the next David Attenborough documentary. If you find yourself at the end of the game versus multiple enemies, back yourself into a corner as much as possible. Basically, minimize the angles people can fire at you at all times. The mouse survives between showing your balls, but only when it makes sense. Rushing will get you killed. Playing with your brain is what keeps you alive. Oh, by the way, in my older videos some Germans commented that I was using Austrian music. However, I would like to remind you that in 1938, the Germans found it useful to integrate Austria into the Greater Germany. Therefore, don't hate me, blame the Austrian with a funny mustache. I'm just being historically correct. With that fact out of the way, let's see how you can set up your mouse so you can overload the World of Tanks intensive care unit once again. With regards to ammo, I already mentioned it multiple times. You do not need to feel ashamed to shoot APCR by default, therefore pack a load of those. You can select a healthy bunch of regular ammo for lower tier matchmaking, and some HE in case you see a good opportunity to penetrate tanks that have a thinner skin than a woke Karen. My metaphors are so legit that they are known as meta 5s. With the mouse you always want to be up close and personal. Do not camp in the back. Rather than being a Dutch person with a caravan behind his car blocking the left lane on the autobahn, you want to be that annoying BMW driver that flashes his lights at people, who is basically kissing your rearview mirror. That is how close you want to be to the action. In order to guarantee that you can be so close to the action. This is what I selected for equipment. Short disclaimer, there are many different ways to set up your mouse. This is just how I was most comfortable with it. You select a turbocharger, since it will get you to the front quicker, plus the added reverse speed is extremely useful for side scraping. A modified configuration to protect engine, ammo rack and increase the repair speed on your tracks. People like to flank you by shooting your tracks. Quick repairs are essential. Furthermore, a rammer to guarantee the maximum DPM output. Alternatively, you can choose vents, if you have the nerves, to grind the mouse all the way through. In terms of making the most of it with field modifications, you select the following. In the end, that will summarize the stats to this. I hope you have enjoyed the grind fest. Now you know how to make the most of your mouse in the modern world of tanks. This is the correct way. Go out there and let the bouncing shells form a melody of glory in your quest of becoming a true wannabe unicum. Return the hate in the form of true APCR spam and see your credits burn away faster than the Amazon rainforest. Thank you for watching, you ultimate plebs. I hope you liked it. Why don't you subscribe or watch some more of these irregular clips for the sake of wasting time? I hope to catch you next time again. Bye. Thank you and fuck off.